Hello, Reborn Mommies and Daddies, it's Misty. And as you can see, I am not at home, I'm at work. I'm house sitting until Sunday. But of course, there's little Miss Belle. I don't know if you guys can see how small she is. She looks so much bigger on the camera than she really is. She weighs less than 2 pounds. But yeah, she looks bigger on the camera than she really is in real life. And Miss Sage, she's sleeping. She's not feeling good still. But I wanted to come on here and make this quick video and I guess defend myself or tell my side of the story. About 4.5 months ago, I was told by another Reborn Mommy on YouTube that there was another lady on YouTube that was selling blank kits, and she was selling them for like $10 or $20, and that she had the Lucy kit available. Well, for anybody who doesn't know, my dream baby is the Lucy kit. So I went ahead and contacted the lady who had the kits available and asked her if she still had the Lucy kit, and she told me yes. So she told me that if I wanted it, to let her know, and we would work out a payment plan to where I could, when I could pay her. So I told her yes, I'm definitely interested, and paid her like 2 or 3 days later. Well, there was another lady, I'm just going to call her Jay because I don't want to put her name out there, but I'll just call her Jay. I had talked to Jay about reborning the Lucy kit for me, and she agreed. And I told her in the beginning that it was not going to be, I was not going to be able to pay her the whole deposit, and it was going to be a very slow process, and it was probably going to be a couple months before I could even start paying her. And she said that was okay. So when the one lady went to ship the Lucy kit out to me, I asked her, instead of shipping her to me, if she would just ship her to Jay so that she would already have the Lucy kit, and when I made the deposit, she could just start, reborning her for me. And she said that was fine. So the lady sent her to Jay, and Jay agreed to hold on to her for me until I could, start paying her. And I asked her if it was possible if I could send her some pacifiers and some bows that were already magnetized, modified, whatever you want to call it, so that her and Sage could wear the same pacifiers and bows and things like that. She said yes, and I sent her, some pacifiers, because it's the same for the pacifiers and the bows. It's the same side of the magnet. Anyway, long story short, she got the kit, and she told me that she received it and sent me a picture of it. And we had been talking for a while, what kind of skin tone and blushing, and if I wanted, her to have matte varnish, or it was just different things. And anyway, I couldn't pay. And then things started going wrong here. I was told I had to be out by the end of March, into my own place, and working the job that I have now. That is definitely not going to happen. I am desperately trying to find another job and having no luck at all. So I was told I needed to be out by March because the people I'm living with is my mom and stepdad, and they're moving up towards the other side of Berryville, which is, it's not real far from here, but with my car being as in bad shape as it was, it would be quite a drive for my vehicle. So I needed to find a way to get a better job and be able to get out and be on my own by the end of March. Well, as I'm looking for these jobs and trying to find another job, I guess about 2 months ago, my car broke down. And I had to have it towed to one of the auto shops around here called Pep Boys. And they told me that it was going to cost me $520 to get it fixed because it needed a steering column put in. Well, needless to say, I don't have $520. So it sat up there for quite a while, up at Pep Boys on the lot, and just they waited and waited and waited and waited for me to pay them or have it towed. Well, needless to say, I can't afford $520. So, yeah, that didn't happen. I was able to find someone who would sell me a steering column for $75, and then someone else who would put it on for $40, which I thought was an amazing deal, and it really was. When we talked to the general parts manager at Pep Boys, he told us not to do that because there are coils in the car, and if you don't get them just right, coils and springs and stuff like that, if you don't get it placed in there just right and the coils set in the exact place they need to be, it could be a very dangerous situation. The airbag could come out of the steering wheel at 200 miles per hour, and if you have your hands up on the steering wheel, I was told that it could rip your flesh off down to your bone because it comes out so fast and so hard. So needless to say, that freaked me out quite a bit, and we decided not to go with the other two people that were going to sell me the steering column and put it on. And it sat up there for a little longer, and we were in contact with Pep Boys and letting them know what was going on. But like I said, I paid for the evaluation, which was $48, and that brought me down to $475. So I still couldn't afford $475. Even with saving every penny I could, I still had car insurance, I had a storage bill, I had a cell phone and tablet bill, and then I had little things that I had to buy for the house. So all the money that I made went into my bills and the stuff for the house. I didn't have any extra money to put towards getting my car fixed. So I put it on Facebook trying to sell it, and somebody said that they'd give me $350 for it. And I thought, okay, well, $350 for a 94 Dodge Caravan that's broke down would be a good price. So I said, okay. Well, it turns out that the person that I was talking to, he was looking at it for someone else. And the other person, when I talked to the other person, he said that the most he could offer me was $280. So still, needless to say, anything was better than nothing. So I took it. And I got rid of the van for $280 on the 26th of September. So it is official, I have no more car anymore. I've already turned in my tags and canceled my insurance and all that kinds of stuff. So that's at least one bill that I don't have at the moment. And I can use that money to get Christmas items. Well, I was on Facebook 2 or 3 nights ago, and I'm a member of a group called, I believe it's Reborn Baby Scammers and Criminals, or something like that. Well, the lady, Jay, that was going to reborn the Lucy kit for me, put me in the group. And she said, even though you're not a scammer or a criminal, you are a time waster. So now, not only have I been put in this group of criminals and scammers, I commented on it as soon as she did it. It pops up on my phone to give me notifications when anybody uses my name in anything on Facebook. So I commented something like, wow, I have officially been put into a scammers and criminal website on Facebook, or something like that. And the lady, Jay, commented back about how she was tired of me and she didn't want to deal with me anymore, and all I was a time waster, and she's been holding my kit for 3 or 4 months, and all this kind of stuff. So me and her commented back and forth for a little while, and then there was other people that come in and said the same thing, how shameful and pitiful and a horrible person I was because I didn't send her this money and all this kinds of stuff. So, yeah. Well, I told the lady Jay that I was looking at my bills and I just couldn't afford to send her the payment. Well, I told her this before she put me in the group, but I told her I couldn't afford to send her the payment. And if she would let me know how much shipping would be, I would just pay for her to ship the kit to me. And she got mad because I didn't send her the payment, and all I wanted to do was have her ship the kit to me. So, yeah. Then she told me that I needed to pay for shipping to send the kit back to me, but I couldn't just put money in her PayPal account, that I had to go to the post office and email her a shipping label. Well, I had never, ever filled out anything at the post office for shipping or anything like that. If I needed to ship something, I took the box to the post office and said, I need to ship this to so-and-so, and paid for it. I've never gone online and bought a shipping label or anything like this. So I kept trying to explain to her that I didn't know how, and ask her if I put the money in her PayPal account, if she would accept that. And she said no, she was not going to accept that, that I needed to go and pay for the shipping label and email it to her so that she could get the kit out. So after calling the post office numerous times and asking them how to do it, and they had no idea what I was talking about, I finally went on to USPS and finally figured out how to do it. Well, I entered the information in wrong. I'm sorry, I didn't enter it wrong. I entered it right, but when they said, how much do you want for insurance, you can put an amount up to $50. Well, I didn't understand what that meant, and I put a penny in. And she said she needed my electronic signature, and didn't know how to do that either. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because it's already 15 minutes long. I told the lady that I didn't know how to do it, but I went on and figured it out and emailed it to her. And after she received it, she came back and told me that she wasn't going to be held responsible if it didn't get here, and if it did get here, if it was damaged. So, yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say. I will definitely not be talking to her about anything else anymore, because all she told me was that I was a time waster, and she didn't want anything to do with me, and she wasted all her time giving me advice and tips and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I told her that because of her that I would probably stop. I'd probably get out of the reborn community. And it's very possible I will, especially because of what has happened. I don't know for sure if I will or not, but I know that I've deleted a whole bunch of people off of my Facebook, nothing personal against them. There's only a very few number of people that I'm going to keep on my Facebook, and I will hardly be on my Facebook anymore because of what has happened. And that's really, really sad that now I can't even go on Facebook and post something about my babies without people commenting and saying negative things about me. So, yeah, guys, that's it. That's just my side of the story. She has a completely different side of the story, but yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to get off here because I am waiting for Christina. She's another reborn mommy. She's coming by with some of her babies, and I don't know if I'm going to try to film or not. It depends on if she's okay with it. But yeah, guys, that's it. She's on her way. I've already got the Bing telling me she's on her way. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I'll either see you again very soon or I'll see you later. Bye, guys.